In this video, what we want to do is show you how to create a plane that is hinged about this line and referenced from this plane by 30 degrees, so that we can then draw this shape that we see over in the drawing on the left side. So to do that, the first thing we're going to do is put in a reference plane, and a caution here: you do not want to be on a sketch plane when you try to do this. This ribbon will not light up, and you can't do it. So the first thing I want to do then is pick this line. Now that line is going to give me the hinge point for this reference plane. Then the next thing it asks is what's your second reference, and I'm going to pick this face because that's the face that I'm 30 degrees relative to. Then I'll come down here in the second reference and click on the angle and type in the angle, and it's either going to be 30 degrees or, depending upon what face you picked, it might be 60 degrees. But it's 30 in this case. Now we can see that that plane is going the wrong direction, so we'll flip that, and now it's going the right direction, and everything looks good there, so we'll accept it. Once we've accepted that, now we can go in and do our sketch. Get to the sketch ribbon and hit sketch, and since that plane was highlighted, it automatically attached the sketch to that plane. Now I personally like to hide the plane, so I'll left click on that and go to the glasses here and hide it. After that, now we can just draw our rectangle. Now again, or you could draw lines, it doesn't matter. But if I draw a rectangle, I want to make sure that it snaps to this corner, and then you can actually go and place it, along that same line. But I personally like to keep that off of that line, and the reason I do that is because now what I want to do is grab this line, hold down the shift key, and grab this edge. And there are my two pieces over here on the left, and then I want those two lines to be collinear. Accept that, and then finally the last thing I have to do is put in a smart dimension and make that 3 inches, and that shape is fully defined. Now I'm going to go in there then and put in a hexagon. And I'm not going to worry about where I'm putting it. I'm just going to put it in there. Nothing about that is 100% correct. And now what I'll do is I'll grab this line, and I want to make it and this line parallel. Okay. Then I want to start dimensioning it. I'll dimension from the top down to this edge here. And that's supposed to be I believe it's 2.5. The distance from the flat to flat is 1 inch. And then finally we'll go from the center here to the edge over here, and that needs to be 1 inch as well. It's fully defined. I'll exit the sketch. Once I've done that, then I'll go back to the features, extrude. It automatically knows that it has to cut that hexagon out. It's going the wrong direction, so I'll go ahead and flip it, and that needs to be 0.625, and accept it, and you've got that. Then we can put the rest of our fillets on. Now it calls for 2 fillets that are 1/2 inch to be placed, and I'm going to have to click in this area now, and I'm going to place one along this line and one along this line up at the top. And let's rotate that around a little bit and accept that. Okay, from there then it asks for some other fillets. So the ones I like to put in next are the ones that will be 1/8 of an inch. And also keep in mind, if I don't remember what 1/8 of an inch is, I can type in 1/8, and that will be fine. And I want one here, rotate it around, want one here, and I want one there. Accept that. I'll go back and do some more filleting now, and then what I would probably do is and these are going to be 0.0625, and I want one on this, and that'll go all the way around. And then I'm going to go ahead and put one on this edge and see if that won't work for me. And what you're going to find out is it probably, maybe it'll do this one now, but see, it doesn't do that one. So I'm going to right click on that edge 3 and clear, or actually delete that piece right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and accept that. And it puts those fillets in. Okay, makes a nice transition. And then for whatever reason, I'll go back and put those in again, and I'll pick this line, and it will allow me to put that in as a separate fillet. And then that's the end of the filleting for that particular part. The only thing I have to do on this piece now is put the holes in. So that's the end of this video.